Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, so Sunday. Let's have a little bit of good news for a change, at least for half the country. Got a little bit more energy today, so I can actually stay awake, stay focused, and get caught up on what the hell's going on in the world. I mean, we are, 3 weeks and 2 days away from the election? We're close, guys. It's getting down. And fortunately, we're starting to see some good news. NBC, liberal NBC, parent of MSNBC, released a poll this morning saying that in their recent, that I think it was from the 8th to the 10th or something like that, they did this poll. The popular vote is now tied at 48%. This is NBC, guys. I'll give you this. If the Democrats don't win the popular vote by about 3 to 4%, they get crushed in the Electoral College. With numbers like that, this is a landslide. This is Trump 310, 320 in the Electoral College. Seen other polls out this week that show Trump winning all the swing states. That would be huge. Okay. But you can start to see the desperation. This morning, J.D. Vance was on ABC News with Martha Raddatz, and this week, we miss David Brinkley. And Martha Raddatz had the gall, the audacity to come out and say, with Trump's Operation Aurora, getting all these migrant gangs out of the country, Martha Raddatz had the audacity to come out and say, well, it's only a few apartment complexes. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, okay. And J.D. Vance just torched her. But it was, my thought, only a few. Oh, okay. It's no big deal if only a few apartment complexes in any city are taken over by Venezuelan gangs or MS-13 or anybody. No, it should be zero. But Martha Raddatz couldn't figure that part out. They're not coming into her gated complex in New York or wherever the hell she lives with, security all over the place protecting her. No, these are everyday working Americans who got tossed out of their apartments by armed Venezuelan gangs. But to her, it's no big deal, right? The funniest one, though, is what's come out over this weekend. That the grasping at straws by the Harris campaign. And Kamala Harris released her medical records. And, she's a 59-year-old woman that's in good health, and yada, 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 yada. And she had the audacity to come out and say, why hasn't Trump released his medical records? Gee, I don't know, maybe he was shot a couple of months ago and, the doctors checked him out. Gee, maybe he's had countless medical records released to the public all over the place saying he's in good health for a man his age. No problem, right? And I'm listening to this going, lady, you're the one who was telling us that Joe Biden was in good health and mentally sharp. And you're actually going to come out and start talking about somebody's mental health or somebody's physical health? Joe Biden's a walking corpse, and you're gonna get on Donald Trump? Really? I mean, how many press conferences have you done again, Kamala Harris? Oh, that's right. That would be 0. Let's see. What did you do? You talked to Stephen Colbert and Howard Stern and what was it? Call Me Daddy or Call Her Daddy or whatever, some sex talk show. At least there, maybe you could answer a question without a teleprompter, because God knows you're experienced enough in carnal activities. But it just got to be humorous to listen to all the grasping at straws of what they're doing. They're realizing, gee, abortion's not the issue that we thought we could make it out. Gee, nobody cares about our made-up climate change crap. How was it put 30 years ago? It's the economy, stupid. Yeah. You got to answer to that. all this, we're not going back. Right. And at the same time, you say, I agree with everything Joe Biden did. I hate to tell you this, Miss Harris. You're not going forward. Okay. We're done with you. We will get out and get rid of you permanently. You and Tampon Tim can go out and go work at McDonald's again. I mean, if you ever had a job there in the first place. But no, we won't be seeing any more Kamala Harris in politics anymore. Her career is over. Permanently. Okay. Be interesting to see if all the stories that are starting to leak out there about Touchdown Timmy, meaning Mr. Walls, and his escapades with some male students come to fruition. That ought to be fun. Yeah, we're watching her campaign implode. Even like I said, NBC News, which showed that Kamala Harris had a 5-point lead a month ago, now has no lead. Good. Here's to hoping that her reign of terror, her idiocy, the epitome of an imbecile, Trump called her retarded yesterday, and I thought that was being nice, is over. So, we know what her response to any sort of issue has been, hey, let's go out and do dinner parties while people in Tennessee and Florida and Georgia and North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia are all suffering from the hurricanes. She stopped in for 11 minutes one day. Have you heard anything out of her again? Nope. Doesn't care. Okay. That's her opinion of the American people. She is only in it for money and power, guys. That is it. The people who are voting for her don't have their heads screwed on straight. I mean, the most moronic subsector of our country are Kamala Harris supporters. But, hey, you can't be intelligent if there aren't stupid people to compare you to. Just about it. All right. So, lastly, I want to get you with the numbers. These will be close to the last numbers that we have on the fundraiser, but I want to show you how things are spent. So let's get into that. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet of where we stand as of 11 o'clock on Sunday, October 13th, 11 o'clock a.m. Okay, I did go to the post office this morning. Haven't been in a couple of days, so I apologize you guys haven't seen this. But Friday, I was running around all day at the drop-off area, and yesterday I was sick as a dog and sleeping. So here's what we got. Okay. As of 11 o'clock this morning, the Give, Send, Go has $299,337. Nothing new has come in from Cash App or the Bowling League. This morning in the mail, I had $6,346 come in the mail, giving us a total of $329,954.79 gross. Okay. If you look over on the right-hand side, you will see the expenditures that we have already paid for are $866.65. Okay. Now, we still have to get together because we've got charges that we have to pay for wire receipts and other things. I still have to pay for the diapers. Waiting for that to come through. We need to know what the fees that Give, Send, Go are going to charge us. But gross right now, we've got $89,000 left. After paying for the diapers, that'll be down to $59,000. After paying our fees stuff, we're probably going to still have $50,000 left, unless there's something I don't know about that Michelle's got going yet, which is totally fine. I mean, she's the one running this thing too. Okay, and we both agreed this weekend we're taking time off. Okay, but I want to give you guys the rundown of what's going on. So, all right, so that kind of tells you where we stand now and what we're doing going forward. I'm going to ask everybody to stop sending me checks in the mail or whatever. If stuff still comes, it'll still get to relief effort. Don't worry. But what Michelle and I are going to do with the remaining cash, because now that the warehouses are getting full and everything, we're going to take the remaining cash and donate it to the missions in each of the towns we're dealing with, in Newport and in Greenville. And then they can go out and buy whatever's needed on their own, whether it be, who knows, building materials, tents, more food, whatever. They're going to know a lot better about the finite stuff that they need, and they don't have time for us to wait for funds to come through, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So going forward, if you guys want to make any more donations, give me a day or two to get the addresses for the missions where you could feasibly send the checks and what they're to, okay? Anything that I get going forward, what extra we've got here is going to go to the same place. But so Michelle and I can wind down what we're doing and get the books closed on all of this. Going forward, please send everything out to the organizations that I'm going to post the details up for, hopefully in the next couple of days. Okay, that's about it. But we did good work, guys. I thank everybody once again. Sorry for what y'all did. And hopefully we don't have to go through anything like this again for a long time. I'm not counting on that. Weather is weather. Okay. But right now, we all need to put our focus on individually on what's going to happen in 3 weeks, because that's going to make a difference on whether or not we have prosperity ahead or Hurricane Kamala comes through and destroys the entire country. Have a good Sunday. Pinball out.